unemployment rate here is twice as high as it is in the European Union. So here in the Western Balkan as average, and how do we know those data? Because actually we are following the data coming from the statistical offices of all Western Balkan 6, but also we are doing something which is extremely helpful for all of us and also researchers, which is the Balkan Barometer. So we ask people about their perceptions. So we combine all of those things. As twice as high as it is in the European Union, so 35 in EU, the average rate of unemployed people is 17. You have to have in mind also that the COVID hit us, as you can imagine, tremendously. But according and globally estimated by International Labour Organization, young people, which means the generation 15 to 25, can experience even higher unemployment than adults as a result of the pandemic. So for the adults, for the older people, 3.7 unemployment, 8.7% of unemployment for the young people. So unemployment is definitely, or being not certain about the jobs, is one of the most important reasons. Why am I sharing those data? Not to spook you additionally, but actually that people are aware. And the first thing that you have to have in mind when you need to do some activity is to be aware of how huge the problem is. The second important issue, though, is something that Professor Štiks actually pointed out, but let me point it even more, and this is the participation of the young people. So according to what we heard, they are not satisfied, more than 90% of them, with their own participation in what? Not in politics, but creating policies, which is different. So the public policies, which are created in each and every of the national authorities, are not open towards the opinion, the needs. They are not mainstreaming youth within the creation of both the policies, but also budget. That's the final results when there is a creation of the policy. Why that is important, not only at the national level, but also at the international level, because that gives the possibility for the young people to presently include into managing or leading some of those policies. And all of our economies, all of our countries are actually going towards the membership to the European Union, where that is the model, that is the way that as a liberal democracy, as things are supposed to be developed. But let me also use this opportunity, as I told you, to share with you how we solved some, or we are trying, of course. I'm coming from the Regional Cooperation Council. I'm not sure that you guys know much about, or if anything, about the Regional Cooperation Council. We do exist for many years now. Since the end of the 90s, it has been the call for regional cooperation. Why particularly for our region? As we had 90s. So we had to re-establish the understanding and also respect and trust among each other. So the Regional Cooperation Council, which has a headquarters in Sarajevo, is the umbrella organization, political organization of each and every of the political, but also economic processes within the Western Balkan region as such. And we are doing many things, but I would like also to put the emphasis on something which we particularly are doing for the young people. And also Mr. Štehu mentioned that. That is the video that you saw at the very beginning. This is Western Balkan Youth Policy Lab. This is our the newest project among our projects that we are affiliated with, headed by Ognjen, who is here somewhere, following us very closely, and his very young but also energetic team that you had a chance to see in this video. What is their goal? Their goal is to work with the national councils, youth national councils in the region, not in order only to connect them, but also to strengthen their work. In what respect? Exactly what I said, to help them to empower young people to work with the national authorities in including them in the creation of the policies from the very beginning, from the very roots, to shape the national policies in terms they to be in accordance with the young people needs. And that is a very good development that we saw since the establishment and since the beginning of the project. They now work in each and every of the capitals of the Western Balkan Six, with the focusing now on some of the specific policies where particularly the youth empowerment is needed. It's the employment, as you can imagine, but also youth health. That's not something that we within the RCC are not even the project envisaged, but that has been asked by young people, that the youth health is needed to be tackled as one of the repercussion out of the COVID, the repercussion out of the unemployment, and for their normal and good participation in not only in policies, but also in everyday life. More on this we can discuss for sure, but let me also give you what we are giving, as a possibilities to help to the young people, not seeing them as the future. You are not the future, you are present. I am past, but you are taking over the activities. I'm here only to help you with my experience and to support you to learn more, and that is what we are actually doing. I'm sure that you heard about the common regional market. So the goal is of our countries to become members of the European Union, each and every of the Western Balkan Six. But it's not easy. It's not something that can be done overnight. Yet there is a lot of obligation to fulfill. So the common regional market is actually the idea, while working on becoming a member of the European Union, introducing European standards in all areas, to start establishing the regional market. So the regional ground, which will be based on the EU standards for trading, but not only trading, introducing all four freedoms: free movement of goods, services, and capital, but also people, which means that one of our very important agenda is the mobility. That's where the issue of the mutual recognition of qualification, mutual recognition of diplomas, and traveling with the ID is situated. And why is that important for you? Because it might be, and unfortunately it is the case, that although our diplomas will need additional approval in the European or in the other parts of world universities, here we are working on mutual recognition of our certificates, finalizing the high schools or the craft schools, specialized schools in that respect, or the universities, in order to start working. So wherever I am with my university diplomas and degrees, being that Tirana, I can start working same condition and same criteria as I was finished my universities or my degrees in Albania proper, which is of course extremely important for finding